Welcome to episode 56 of the Valley Sports Talk podcast. Today's episode will be a thriller, like always. It's going to be a multi-sport episode. To start it off, we're going to talk a bit of NFL news. We're going to talk about the Deshaun Watson situation, and what's happening with that, and what we think should sort of happen, or our thoughts and opinions on it. Um, we're going to catch up on some NHL signings, um, and stuff like that. And then Brandon says he has a couple quizzes for me. He said they're going to take up time, so I'm kind of nervous that I'm not going to do very well in them. But as always, I am joined by Brandon. Brandon, how are you?
It's going good. I think you're going to do well on both the quizzes. I haven't told you yet, but I'll tell you now. If we got time, I just thought because the biggest sort of news around sports right now has been involving football and hockey, I decided we'll see if you can name every NFL team's all-time passing yards leader, and then see if you could name
Like quarterback?
every and see if you can name every NHL team's leading scorer all time.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do better NHL wise. I'm gonna forget a couple obvious names on the quarterback
That's
side, but
I mean, that's like 60 teams in total, so I think that'll run us through a good chunk of time.
I will.
Um, Other than that, I mean, we had a pretty good weekend, you and me.
Oh.
Buddies down, big festival in our hometown.
If you
Our
if
hometown.
if you guys can't tell, my voice is just starting to come back.
I know.
Brandon
I
sounds a
don't
bit
feel
raspy
bad.
still too,
Yeah, yeah,
but
for
our
sure.
voices are just starting to come back from the weekend.
It was a good weekend. It's filled with baseball and singing and drinking, basically. So
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. Still recovering,
Oh
but it
yeah.
should be a good episode.
Yep. Yep. For sure. As always, we bring the heat on the Valley Sports Talk podcast. Jumping right into it. I believe it was yesterday or a couple days ago. Um the jury founded Deshaun Watson, I believe, guilty of one, and they gave him a 6-game suspension. Um, I know that took the sports world by storm. You know, there was a bunch of people saying like, "Oh, there's a lot of people that I found that are comparing it to Calvin Ridley's suspension, where Deshaun Watson had 21 sexual assault claims against him. Calvin Ridley bet on his own team. Calvin Ridley got a full year suspension, where Deshaun Watson only got 6 games, which I can see how that makes sense. Like, sexual assault is nothing to joke around about, and the fact that he had 21 or so claims is pretty serious. And then obviously betting on your own team, can't do that. But I don't know what your opinions are, but I did personally think that 6 games was a bit too little. If you're getting 21 claims of sexual assault, I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't know. Obviously, I don't know full details because I'm just a avid sports watcher that I keep up. But 6 games seemed a bit low. And then obviously today, the NFL appealed that suspension and they want it to be a full season, which I would make more sense in my opinion.
Yeah, I was in the same sort of mindset where he only got 6 games, and I thought that was very short. So I listened to a podcast about it because I kind of wanted to understand it. Because, like you said, Calvin Ridley got whatever it was it 12 or a full season?
It was 17 games, so a full year.
So you got a full season, and that's where my mind went to immediately because he was the most recent player. Um, and I don't think gambling, in my opinion, is that big of a deal, especially if you're not playing. But that's just me. But then I watched a podcast on it, and the NFL has set suspensions in place already. So they didn't give Deshaun Watson a 6 game based on what he did. It's just on like the 21 cases, just based on, I guess, that type of suspension. They give 6 games. And then the NFL is basically like challenging their own rule to up it to a full season. So the NFL in all is basically just challenging their own rule, and trying to get it up to a 17 game suspension, which I believe will happen, and I believe is probably a good number.
Suitable, definitely. It's definitely a suitable number, yeah, like you said. This sort of puts the Browns in a peculiar situation because I thought like they're in a tough division. I know we ranked the divisions um a couple weeks ago, and I believe I had them third, you had them fourth, if I'm not
I had
mistaken.
them third. I had them
You had
third.
them third. But
Not
I have them.
anymore.
I had him second if Deshaun played third if he didn't.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Pittsburgh's better than them now, personally.
really? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, this leaves them in a situation because even though that division is very good, I still thought they had a team that could compete. You know, you got Myles Garrett, you got a great pieces on the defense. You got the two-headed monster at running back. You got Amari Cooper. You got Njoku. But now their starting quarterback is going to be in the hands of Jacoby Brissett. Now, nothing against Jacoby Brissett, but he is no Deshaun Watson when healthy.
And they're still gonna pay Deshaun Watson all this money. Um, no, so I like as soon as the 6 game suspension came out, I looked at the schedule ahead, and the Browns actually have a really easy start to the schedule. And just in my head, I had them going 3-3 in the 6 games without Deshaun. Um, which I mean, if you can go 3-3 with your backup, I think you'd take that all day long. And then, I mean, with Deshaun, you got basically 10 games to see if you can go on a run. But now going a full season without Deshaun, I don't think anyone will have him in their playoff predictions.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough blow. Tough for Cleveland fans. Whenever you just thought you were gonna start getting better, and your team has kind of been questionable as of late.
As
Um,
soon as it lets up in Cleveland, it goes back down.
it goes right back down. I don't know if we want to talk any more football or if you have any more sort of news about that or
I
anything
don't.
else.
Do you want me to go into this football quiz now
Oh
while we're
yeah,
talking
let's
about it?
do
Or do you want
that.
to
Let's
save
do that. Let's do that.
it? Okay, so the first couple ones are going to be pretty easy because it's not based in alphabetical order per team. It's passing yards, so you can probably get the first couple. It's when we get down low is where you might get issues. But we'll see how you do. We'll see how you do. Patriots.
It's Tom Brady. That one's pretty
Wow.
easy.
New Orleans Saints.
Drew Brees.
Look at this, 2 for 2. Green Bay Packers.
I think it's A-Rod.
It's Brett Favre.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna mark down how many you get wrong and see if you do better in NFL or
That's
NHL.
a rough
Predictions. What
one.
do you think you're gonna do better in?
NHL.
Okay. Miami.
I'm gonna forget the name.
I know you know who it is too. You just
Yeah, I
can't
know.
think of
His name's not coming to me.
it.
What's his name? Um, Dan Marino.
There it is. That a boy. Uh, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Big Ben.
Big Ben. Uh, LA/San Diego Chargers.
Philip Rivers.
It is Philip Rivers. New York Giants.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Eli. Eli.
It's Eli Manning, yes. I
I
wonder
had
who
to
this
think
is.
about that.
Atlanta.
Oh, I. mm, Yeah, we'll go Matty Ice.
Oh, dang, it was close. Yeah, it's Matty. Um, the Colts.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Denver Broncos.
John Elway.
John Elway. Detroit Lions.
Stafford.
It is Matthew Stafford. You're on a roll. You're on a roll. Baltimore Ravens. This is where it's going to start to get hard here.
Is it Joe Flacco?
It is Joe Flacco. Buffalo Bills.
Oh, I know the name too.
3,500 passing yards. 35,000 passing yards.
I'm not gonna be able to get his name, but I know it.
You think as soon as I say it?
You
You're
think
good.
as soon as you say the name, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna be like,
He
yeah,
was the
that's who I was
Buffalo
thinking.
quarterback for 10 years from
Yeah,
86 to 96.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. I don't remember his name.
Shares a
Ah,
name as somebody I'm related to, a first name.
it doesn't help at all.
And his last name is also has a last name of someone I'm related to.
So,
Jim Kelly.
yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Jim. Oh yeah,
San Fran 49ers.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. The whole Cardinals franchise. You might not
Jeez.
get this one.
Oh, jeez.
This guy played.
Carson Palmer?
No, it's Jim Hart.
Yeah, I've never heard that name in my life.
Played for 17 years.
Damn.
I've never heard of him in my life. Dallas.
Is it Romo?
It is Romo. Seattle.
Russell Wilson?
It is Russ. The oh God, good luck. The Tennessee Titans.
No clue. No,
Never heard of
honestly.
this guy in my life. Warren Moon.
Oh, I've heard of him, but I wouldn't have got that.
That is your fourth incorrect answer, sir. Minnesota. I've never heard of this name either.
Is it Dante Culpepper?
It is not. It is Fran Tarkenton.
Never heard of that.
Frank Tarkenton. I don't know.
That's a new one.
Philadelphia Eagles.
What is an Eagles for? Mike
This
Vick.
guy, I'll give you one more. This guy played from 1999 to 2009. An Eagles quarterback.
Is it Mike Vick?
It's not Michael Vick, no.
Who the hell was there?
I feel like you're going to struggle at the bottom here because it's just...
Who is it?
It is Donovan McNabb.
Oh, I should have got that.
That's bad of you. How dare you?
My bad.
Cincinnati.
Is
The
it
bottom
Andy?
ones are... No, it's Ken Anderson.
Never heard that name.
Me neither. Played from 71 to 86.
Makes sense.
Carolina Panthers.
Are you allowed to tell me how many yards they threw for?
29,000.
Nope, that's not right then.
I think the person you're thinking of might be the right answer.
The Cam?
It's Cam.
He threw for that many yards?
Apparently, unless
Wow.
this website's bogus. Good luck with this one. This picture's black and white. Kansas City Chiefs. I've never heard of this guy's name in my life.
I have no clue.
I'm looking at the names at the bottom, and you're not going to get any of these.
What's the name for the Kansas City one?
Len Dawson.
No, I've heard the name. I've heard it before, but
Really? The New York Jets.
yeah, what was a Jets quarterback? Jesus.
I've heard of this name, actually.
No, that's not good.
Played from 65 to 76.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it.
You'll be upset when you hear this name.
Probably.
You giving up?
Yeah.
Joe Namath.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid. That's dumb of me.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Holy crap. Oh my
From 95 to 2003.
wow! I didn't know a Jacksonville quarterback played for that many years in the same team. I got no clue.
Mark Brunell.
No, never.
You better get some of these right. You're gonna get half of them wrong. Washington.
Why do I feel like
From
there's a big name?
74 to 85.
Oh, never mind. Nope.
Joe Theismann? Theismann?
Nope.
No
Never.
idea.
No clue.
No idea. This one's in
Just going
color.
raw. I thought it was a good thing.
LA Rams from 86 to 93.
Kurt Warner?
It is Jim Everett.
Oh, this is bad.
Hey, I would have got like none of these. At the bottom though, it'd be very difficult. Where are we here? Cleveland Browns.
Can you tell me the year of this one? Because I got a name.
74 to 83.
No, there goes my guess.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking Otto Graham. He played from like the 60s.
It's a good try. It's a good try.
What's the year?
74 to 83.
Have you heard this name before?
No.
Then no, I'm not going to get it.
Brian Sipe?
No.
I'm confident you're going to get this one.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Chicago Bears quarterback from 2009 to 2016.
Oh, Frank. Jay Cutler?
Yeah, that's
Dang,
pretty
there
good.
it is.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Houston Texans quarterback from 07 to 2013. Right before Deshaun.
07. Is his last name end in Savage?
Say that again?
Is his last name end in Savage?
No, but
No.
the first letter of his last name is an S.
I got nothing.
Matt Schwab?
Oh, yeah. I know who that is.
The Raiders.
Raiders had how many yards?
27.
Would the years give it away?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with Derek Carr.
It's Derek Carr. And your very last team, this franchise only has 19,000 yards thrown. This website was 2021 though, or 2020, so it didn't count last year. So it'll be over 2,000 now. But Tampa Bay.
What's the years?
No,
Is it Jameis?
it's Jameis.
I
It is
I
Jameis.
couldn't remember what year he got drafted, and I didn't know if he would have been there for long enough.
So good news.
Did I pass?
You got 15 wrong, which means you got 17 correct, which means you did pass. Good job, sir.
I think they'll have a better chance at the NHL one.
You know what? I think getting over 50% in a thing like that is pretty good. The names, you just never know.
Yeah, that's fair.
pretty
we'll get off some NFL here. And jump into some NHL. Since we left off, there's been a couple more contract extensions / signings. We'll start. The Senators signed for re-signed forward Matthew Joseph to a 4-year, 11.8, which I think comes out to about 2.2 something, 2.95. So basically $3 million. They got him in the Nick Paul trade, and he's almost making as much as Nick Paul, but obviously less years. Kind of an overpay, I think, just for what he's done so far. I mean, he wasn't that bad in Ottawa after the trade, but I don't think he's any more than third liner.
Yeah, say the contract again.
4 years, 11.8, which works out to 2.95 a year.
Yeah, that might be a bit of an overpayment, especially with the top 6 they have. They're going to be paying all 6 of those people a lot of money. So the 4 years is kind of what is interesting to me. For like you said, is going to be a third or fourth liner just because of how stacked this top 6 is. So, I mean, he's a good player. He's really quick. We saw in Tampa. He can hold his own, but I mean, I don't know if it's I don't know. I just think it's a little bit too long of a contract for a guy that hasn't really proven himself yet. We'll see.
We will. The Rangers signed forward Capo Caco to a 2-year, 4.2, which works out to 2.1. Obviously, he hasn't really turned into second overall pick material yet, but I think that they're sort of giving him this 2-year deal to see if he can sort of figure it out and maybe turn into that. But he showed flashes in the playoffs, but at the same time.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the deal. I thought as soon as they sat him in the playoffs, I thought he was gone for sure. It just didn't sound like he was very happy about that decision at all. So to bring him back, I think it's good for the Rangers. Obviously, that kid line they ran in the playoffs was pretty exciting. A couple games, it worked really well. And I mean, yeah, he hasn't developed in the second overall pick, but some players take a little bit longer than others, and he was drafted second for a reason. So we'll see if he can prove it in this contract.
The Hurricanes signed Ethan Bear to a 1-year, 2.2. I didn't think he was going to come back. He was an RFA. But since the end of the season, the Hurricanes just kept saying, yeah, you have permission to talk to teams for a trade to trade your rights. But I guess what happened in that situation is he wasn't able to figure out a contract with other teams he got in contact with to get his rights moved. So he just ended up re-upping with the Flames for 1 more year to sort of prove himself, and maybe next year he'll be able to get a bigger deal from a different team, as he will still be an RFA after next year.
Yeah, I'm shocked he came back too, but I really like Ethan Bear's game. Actually, I feel like he's got a lot of potential. He just hasn't put it all together yet. Um, I think he's got a great offensive mind. He's got a really nice shot from the point. I think it's just his defensive game that's lacking a little bit. And if he can clean that up a little bit and stop making so many mistakes in his own zone, I think he could turn into a pretty useful defenseman on a lot of teams.
For sure. The Flyers signed forward Owen Tippett to a 2-year, 3.5, so $1.5 million annually. He was the big name that went in back in the Giroux deal. Another higher pick that just hadn't been able to figure out yet. Maybe he'll come to his own in Philly with a change of scenery, but that is yet to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I mean, was he on Vegas as well?
No, he
Or
got
just
drafted by Florida.
okay. I do think I do agree with you where um a change of scenery I think is something that this guy needed. Florida, just with the offensive pieces they have, didn't really have space for him to develop into his own player. And another guy who I think can be a really good player if given the opportunity. And
This one was sort of
especially the
shocking.
opportunities there. Go ahead.
Yep, for sure. The Ducks signed John Klingberg to a 1-year, $7 million contract. Um, in my whenever I first heard this, I immediately thought Taylor Hall's situation whenever he signed that 1 year deal in Buffalo. I was listening to the Athletic pod yesterday while I was at work, um, and they were saying that maybe it's a Taylor Hall situation, or maybe you know he is there to try it out. All of it. Maybe they're talking about how the Pacific Division's so weak. I know that the Ducks probably aren't looking to make the playoffs, but if all of a sudden they start playing well, there's a chance that they could squeak in as a wild card possibly, since that division is very weak. Um, at the same time, they also were saying that hey, maybe Klingberg like is a really good fit there. He mans the power play. He's playing top 2 minutes. Maybe he likes it there, and maybe he eventually resigns to a 3-4 year deal. Or maybe they do the Taylor Hall situation and trade him at the deadline. But I also think that he's going to be a really good sort of piece to put next to a guy like Jamie Drysdale, because Jamie Drysdale is a more offensive young defenseman, and I think Klingberg sort of mentoring him will sort of help Jamie Drysdale turn into a better defenseman.
Yeah, you made a lot of good points I kind of agree with. I also I think it's a Taylor Hall situation, but I think it kind of works out for both teams. Like you said, for Anaheim, I think Jamie Drysdale has a lot of John Klingberg in him, like you said, and John Klingberg could definitely teach him a lot. And then at the same time, Anaheim needed to get to the salary floor, and you want a big name guy running your back end and your power play, and maybe they be competitive, and he's the reason why. And then also, if he does work out, play really well, but the team doesn't, then you have an asset to trade at the trade deadline. And then for John Klingberg, like you said, I think he was looking for an 8-year deal, didn't get it. But if you can't get that, I think choosing Anaheim's a smart option for just 1 year, because obviously we don't project him to be very good. So he'll be getting a lot of minutes to be able to prove that he's still one of the best defensemen in this league, and be able to cash in next year possibly. So I think it works out for both sides.
Yeah, you made really good points. It'll be interesting to see if like they do take us to the health situation, or if maybe they're trying to see if the fit's there or something like that. Guess we'll figure
Yeah.
it out. We'll see it this year. I don't watch too many Ducks games, but um,
Well, they always play
the
at 10,
Flames,
so.
yeah, they always play late, and I'm in bed by then. The Flames signed forward Andrew Mangiapane, or re-signed Mangiapane to a 3-year, 17.4, which works out to about 5.8 mil. He started off the season very hot. A lot of people were sort of jumping on the Mangiapane should make Team Canada for the Olympics, and I was not on that train, even when he was playing hot. And then he sort of cooled down, which I kind of figured would happen. But he is a goal scorer. He can put the puck in the back of the net, and that is what he's being paid to do. He's got big shoes to fill now since Goudreau and Tkachuk are gone. I know they did get Huberdeau, but they were only able to replace one of those guys, and I think Mangiapane is expected to fill one of those roles. Whether it's the Tkachuk, which I think it will more be, because I think Tkachuk's as Huberdeau's more of a playmaker than Mangiapane was, so he'll sort of take the Goudreau role, and then I think that Tkachuk or Mangiapane can slot in, being a little scorer off the wing with Huberdeau. I think that'll be a cool line with Lin. If you put Lindholm, Huberdeau, and Mangiapane, I know they're all left, or Lindholm's a righty, but he's a center. But I feel like that would be a good top line.
I like that one too. I don't think this signing should come as a surprise. I think we'll also talk about Jesper Bratt in a minute, but um, Jesper Bratt had his arbitration, was going set to have his arbitration hearing the day we're recording the podcast, August 3rd. So it's no surprise he got signed. But Mangiapane's arbitration hearing was set for tomorrow, August 4th. So it's no surprise he was signed right before his arbitration hearing. But I do like the sounds of that line. That does sound like even though they lost a couple pieces, it still sounds like a very solid first line. So we'll see how that works out.
And yeah, like you just said, Mangiapane on the day we're recording signed a 1 year, I believe it was about 5.4. I'm sorry, I lost my
You mean
page
Jesper
here.
Bratt?
Yeah, who did I say?
You said Mangiapane.
Oh, sorry. Jesper Bratt signed a 1-year deal worth 5.45. I believe the team was filing for about 4.2, and the player side of arbitration was about 6.2. So they were very off. They sort of settled right in the middle, which I think this is actually a great deal for both sides. I think Jesper Bratt had a career year. I think he's just going to keep getting better. You know, he sort of came out of nowhere. He was over a point per game player. You know, him and Jack Hughes were sort of the 1-2 punch up front. And then they added guys this year. They added Andre Palat, and they just need to figure out their goalie situation. I think the Devils can start to be good. But I think that this is another sort of year to show for Jesper Bratt to show the Devils that he can be this player. And last year, the 1 year was not like a 1 year fluky sort of season, you know?
Yeah, I love the deal for both sides as well. I feel like I really like what the Devils are doing, sticking with their young core. I think that this team is, I don't think they're going to be competing this year, but I think they're on the right track. I think they are kind of where Detroit was last year. I kind of think if Detroit didn't make all these moves in the offseason, they'd be pretty similar teams. So I think they're headed in the right direction. Yes, for Brad is a big piece, obviously 5.4 or whatever is no small salary, but I think he's definitely worth it. And just to kind of piggyback off this idea, again, we're recording this on August 3rd, and over the next like week and a half, there's like 8 more arbitration dates. So I feel like we're going to get a lot more players signed in the next week and a half, right before their
For sure.
arbitration
Yeah.
dates. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. Very interesting. I don't know if you want
So
to jump into that trade or that other quiz, or do you have more to say?
no, I don't. We can hop into the quiz if you want. I kind of did want to get your actually thoughts. This is not meant to be another quiz, but this is going to kind of be another quiz. This post came out on the top 100 centers voted by the fans. And I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on it, because obviously if you're ranking, professionals are ranking this, the list is probably a little different, but fan voted. I want to see if you can sort of pick out the top 5 or so and see if you can guess who the fans would rank the top 5 NHL centers as.
The top 5 in my this is me and nope and actually I'll do it in order.
Yeah,
Number
do it in order.
one, number
Don't do
one.
yours. I think the fans would pick and see what you think.
Okay, in no particular order. I hope it would be Crosby, no order. Remember, no order. Crosby,
Try and give
McDavid.
an order.
What?
Try and give an order.
Oh, okay. But then I'm just gonna give you my order because then I'm guessing.
Okay.
I'll do
Okay, give me
okay.
your.
I'll think fans' perspective, but not mine. McDavid, Matthews, Draisaitl, McKinnon, Crosby. I
You
hope.
are so close. Flip Draisaitl and McKinnon. Draisaitl's 3. I mean, McKinnon's 3, Draisaitl's 4. Crosby
Okay,
is
I
5.
got you. I got you.
Crosby is 5. Right behind Crosby of Barkov, Point, Bergeron, Aho, Eichel.
Wow, Bergeron, still Bergeron out there, eh?
Yeah, Evgeny Malkin's number 17. Right behind, right ahead of Malkin is Barzell, Pedersen, and Kopitar. You have John
Is there
Tavares at 20, and now
anybody that's too high on that list that you would think?
At this point, Jack Eichel's number 10, above players like Jack Hughes, Zibanejad, Lindholm.
Hughes is that high?
Hughes is 11.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
bit high for me.
that is pretty high. Trevor Zegras is 26 because it's fan voted. He's ahead of players like Kuznetsov, Hischier, Giroux, Horvat, Norris, Suzuki, Backstrom, Hintz.
The only players I would have below him might be Bo Horvat and Josh Norris. I'd have Kuznetsov, Keisher, Giroux, and Suzuki all ahead of Zegras.
Fair enough. And then they did top 100, so there's a lot of names here. I'm trying to look at the bottom near 100 and see if there's the 100th ranked center is a Pittsburgh Penguin. Can you guess who it is?
Oh, it's either I know the three centers are. 100 centers? Okay, let's go Teddy Bluger.
It is Teddy Bluger.
Look at
Who
me.
else were you
Okay,
thinking?
where do they have Jeff Carter then? Do they have is Jeff Carter on that list?
Jeff Carter is 68th.
Okay.
Right behind
Might be a bit high.
him is Dylan Cousins, Backlund, Dylan Strome, Roslovic, and Pajot.
That's fair.
Right underneath him is Cole Sillinger, Adam Henrique, Dvorak, Charlie Coyle, Philip Hedl, Alex Newhook.
Yeah, that's probably where Jeff Carter is about now in his career.
I thought it was interesting. It's just a cool. It's funny how when fans vote, like there's a lot of Canadian teams up at the top, and like Tyler Seguin is ranked the 49th best center. He's
Who's
not
ahead
getting a
of
lot
him?
of.
Where's some guys ahead of him?
Right ahead of him is Chandler Stevenson, Yanni Gord, William Carlson, Braden Shen, Vinny Trocheck.
Ooh,
So I think it's
Trocheck's
actually
low.
Trocheck is very low in my opinion.
44 for Trocheck seems low.
Yeah,
But I guess
they
there's a
have.
lot of good centers.
Tell me what you think. So they have Trevor Zegras at 26. At 25, they have Nazem Kadri.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, there's an issue.
John Tavares is right ahead of Nazem Kadri at 24.
I don't know if I'd flip those two or not. I think Tavares.
I
I think I'm okay with it.
I mean, Trevor Zegras is going to get a high rating just because of its fan voting, but I just thought it was an interesting list. I wanted to get your opinion on it. Fan voting. Gotta love the fans. This one is in order, which is actually nice. So it doesn't give you hints on how good they were. Because I looked through it and there are a lot of interesting names. So
there's gonna be a lot of like old guys that I'm not gonna know.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of old guys, but I think you'll do pretty good on this one. We'll start right off with the Anaheim Ducks.
Between two guys.
Should I give you two guesses per team?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because quarterbacks are a lot easier because there's only one quarterback. There's like 15 players.
Let's go with Teemu Selanne.
It is Teemu Selanne.
My other one was Getzlaff.
Oh yeah, I think he's second actually, so it's a good guess. Arizona.
Shane Doan?
It is Shane Doan. 972 career points. Boston Bruins.
Has been a
This
bunch
person
of
was
big
not
names.
my first guess, what I thought, but you'll get it.
Bergeron.
It is not Patrice Bergeron.
Okay, is it Marchand?
It is Ray Bourque.
Oh yeah, okay.
Defenseman.
I forgot he was there for so long.
Oh, Miller. Okay. Buffalo Sabres.
Oh jeez.
Played 17 years, all years with Buffalo.
Jeez. This might be a bad guess, but Jason Pominville.
It is not Jason Pominville.
Damn it. 17 years. Wow.
He was drafted. He played his first year in 1970.
I got nothing.
Gilbert Perreault.
No, never would have got that.
Not me neither. Second is Dave Anderchuk, who I thought it was, but I kind of did it myself before the podcast to see. Calgary Flames.
Again?
It is again. Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh, jeez. There's only one name coming in my head, and I don't know if that's right.
Well, you get two guesses, so throw it out there.
Rob Brindamore.
It is not Rob Brindamore.
Right.
You can do it.
Ron Francis.
It is Ron Francis. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
The Chicago Blackhawks.
Is it Patrick Kane?
It's not Patrick Kane.
Okay.
It is a good guess, though. Very good guess. I'm working your brain this podcast.
You really are. I'm not liking it.
I'm happy it's not the other way around because I'd be in trouble. This guy has 300 more points than Patrick Kane.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I get a letter?
His first name or last name?
Either. Either my
Last name starts with an M. His first year in the NHL was in 1958. Played 22 seasons in the NHL.
Okay, that gave it away. Some Mitka. Something Stan Mitka? Does that make sense?
Stan Mikita. Stan Mikita.
Stan Mikia, sorry.
You got it, though. You got it.
I didn't know you had 300 more points than Patty Kane.
He's got 1,467. Yeah.
Wow, that's good on
Just
him.
over a point per player. Colorado.
Is it Joe Sakic?
It is Joe Sakic. Columbus Blue Jackets.
Rick Nash?
It is Rick Nash with 547.
Wow, that's not that much.
No. Dallas Stars.
See, like this right away, it's just current players coming into my head.
This guy has
But I know
played
it's
with the
not you
Stars.
right.
This guy played with the Stars 20 seasons.
he played early 2000s, right?
I don't know.
Mike Modano.
It is Mike Modano.
Yeah. Was Jamie Benn even close to that? Because he was my other guess.
I'll check right now. So for reference, Mike Modano has 1,359 points.
Okay.
So 1,300. My Wi-Fi is so slow it will not load Jamie Benn's stats. Jamie Benn's got to be up there, I would assume.
I know, that's what I was thinking. He's been there for a while.
Holy, my Wi-Fi sucks. Okay, well we'll just move on, and when it loads, it loads. Detroit. Jamie Benn only has 769 points.
Okay, so it was very close.
He's just over halfway to Mike Modano, basically.
What a chump. What was it? Detroit?
Detroit.
Gordie Howe.
It is Gordie Howe.
He also played freaking 30 years in the league, so that helps.
Yeah. I wonder if you'll get this one. Edmonton Oilers.
Wayno?
It's Wayne Gretzky.
That was a tough one.
Florida Panthers. They didn't even join the NHL until like 92 or something like that, 93.
Who the heck played for them like early?
Who knows? This website does.
Thanks.
It
Fuck it. Huberto.
is Huberto.
Is it?
498 points.
The only other name that was coming into my brain was like Olli Jokinen.
Yeah, no, some of them.
I don't know if he's close, but he was the only other person coming up.
I have no idea how close he is, but I mean, new franchise. It's not current
Not
players
that
are not
bad.
about. Well, I guess not current player anymore. LA Kings.
Luke Robitaille?
It is not Robitaille. I believe he is second.
Would it be Dave Taylor then or?
No, it's Marcel Dion.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
There's you.
I forgot that guy existed.
1,307 points.
Wow. Good on him.
Minnesota Wild.
It's got to be Miku.
It is Miku Koivu, 709 points. Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, geez. This is going to be some old guy.
So many players.
There's so many old guys I could guess. It's either between Lafleur, Beliveau, Richard, the two Richards.
Well, you can pick two of them.
Let's go. Let's go. First one. Let's go. Oh, no, this guy played Guy Lafleur.
You don't even have to give me a second option because
it's Guy. Who is? I guess you don't know who second was. My other one was. It was gonna be the Rocket.
1,246 points for Guy Lafleur. This one was my favorite by far. Nashville Predators.
I mean, Yossi's been there for a while, so.
You gonna try it?
I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
It is not Roman Josi. This guy played 15 seasons with the team. First year he played with them was 1988. 1998. Sorry, 1998.
Okay, I say 98.
Played with them until like 2013.
So early, okay. Whatever.
I would never have. I didn't get this.
I
would never have got
it. Oh, Shea Weber. I know it's not him, but
David Legwan.
I forgot that was the name. Really?
I know. 566 points.
Huh.
I love that. New Jersey Devils.
Elias?
It is Patrick Elias. New York Islanders.
Would it be Mike Bossy?
It is not Mike Bossy.
Okay, let's try Trottier. I don't know if I remember his first name.
It's Brian Trottier.
Okay, yeah. It was either there was three names that came into my head. It was either Trottier, Bossy, or Potvin.
Well, good guess.
Thank you.
New York Rangers.
Oh, jeez. Brian Leach.
It's not Brian Leach.
Messier?
Played
Was he
his
there for
first
long enough?
played his first season in 1960.
Yeah, no shot.
Rod Gilbert.
No shot. What is it?
You do? Rod Gilbert.
Rod Gilbert. I don't even know who that is.
1,021 points.
Huh.
The Ottawa Senators.
Would it be Alfie?
It is Alfie. 1,108 points. Who's next? Noah's favorite Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah, okay. Would it be Bobby Clark, I believe.
It is Bobby Clark, 1,210.
I don't even know. Like, I guess Giroux's got to be up there.
Probably, but yeah, you're probably pretty close. Pittsburgh.
It's got to be Mario.
Pittsburgh, 1,723
Do you
points.
think? I don't know. I don't know what he's at compared to Crosby. I think Crosby's like 14 or something, 1,400. Do you think Crosby's gonna pass him?
What did you say Crosby has?
Crosby's at 14 something.
So he'd need 300 more points. That's I do. I think if
He
Crosby
can
can
play
play
at an
5
80,
more
if he can play at a point per game pace the rest of his career, I think he can easily do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I think as well. He'd have to play good hockey for like 5 more seasons.
And he'd have to
and
stay
he'd get
healthy,
there.
which is one issue with Sid.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. If Sid hasn't been injured, he might already be there. But then again,
That's true.
you have his injuries as well.
Yep, there's a reason.
San Jose Sharks.
Marlowe.
It is Patty Marlowe. Got 1,111 points. 1,111. Speaking of Patrick Marlowe, the San Jose Sharks. I'm going to give you a quiz within a quiz. How about that? Okay. Patrick Marlowe just got his number retired by the San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how many other numbers are retired by the San Jose
0.
Sharks? 0. Patrick Marlowe's first San Jose Shark to have his number retired. I'm guessing Joe Thornton is right behind him.
Joe Thornton will be right behind him.
What do you think about Brent Burns? Does he get his number retired?
I could see the argument, but I don't think so.
I think he will, just because it's a new franchise. They seem to go happy with that kind of stuff. St. Louis Blues.
Brett Hall
Is not Brett Hall.
Would it be Brian Suter then?
No, it is Bernie Federico.
Yeah, you lost me.
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Stammer passed Marty St. Louis this year, so it should be Stammer.
Stammer. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Matt Sundin?
It is Matt Sundin. With only, I say only, but only 987 points.
Only.
The Vancouver Canucks.
It's one of the Sedins. I think Henrik had more points.
With Henrik?
Yeah, I'm going with Henrik. Well, my other guess would be Daniel. So
it's Henrik.
nice.
Vegas.
I don't know if I got it between two. It's either my two guesses are Marchessault and Carlson. Are either of those right?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll go Marsha show first.
It is Jonathan Marchessault.
Nice.
Good job, sir. The Washington Capitals.
Ovi.
It is Ovi. I'm pretty sure it's Ovi by a long shot too. Winnipeg.
He just Howard Chuck?
It is not. Don't mess it up.
Like, it can't be Blake Wheeler.
I don't know.
Well, is it? That's my guess. But
Is your guess Blake Wheeler?
my guess is Blake Wheeler because I don't know who else to guess.
It's Mark Scheifele. Just kidding. It's Blake Wheeler. It's
Oh,
Blake Wheeler.
you bastard.
And
I'm
your
gonna get it wrong
last
there.
team.
There's one more?
What's that? There's one
There's
more.
one more?
The
Um,
Seattle Kraken.
former Penguin Jared McCann and former Leaf
It
legend.
was Jared. It was Jared McCann. You got 26 out of 32. You got 6 incorrect.
That's
That's
very good. I'm taking that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's all the guesses I got for you. I cooked
I
your brain
I got
enough
one
right
for
there.
you. I got one for you.
Oh God.
We're gonna play a little countries with the most hockey players.
Okay.
Okay, this percentage is 44.5% of the league.
Canada.
Canada would be correct. 26% of the league is what country?
And that is the United States, sir.
It is the United States. 9.4% of the league is what country?
See, this is where it gets dicey. See, I'm between like Russia or Sweden. It's probably neither of those teams. I'm gonna go. Oh, I really want to go Sweden here, but I'm gonna go Russia.
It is not Russia.
Oh, is it Sweden?
I can spell Sweden right. It is Sweden. Russia was number 4. So you
Oh,
got
I
that.
knew it was
They were
one of the
5.
two.
They were Russia's 5.6% of the league.
Wow,
5.1
right below Russia.
by 0.4%, 0.5%.
Wow, who's close to Russia? Um, Geez, Czech.
It is not the Czech.
Is it Slovakia?
It is not Slovakia.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's Finland.
It is Finland.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss right
Okay,
there.
we'll do two more. 3.5% of the league is made up of which country?
Okay, so now I'm going Czech. I think they now call themselves Czechia. So I'm going
Yeah,
Czechia.
it is the Czechia. And finally, making up 1.4% of the league, what country?
See, so now I'm between Slovakia and Germany. Uh, I'm gonna go Slovakia.
It is not Slovakia.
Is it Germany?
It is not Germany.
Wow. Um,
The
wow.
biggest player I can. Oh, 1 sec. I got to make sure this guy's from there.
Don't screw it up. Is it Latvia?
It is not Latvia. Yeah, okay.
Jeez.
Their two biggest players. One plays for the Nashville Predators. One plays for the New Jersey Devils.
Hmm. Oh God, I might not get this. I'm trying to think of teams that are in the World Juniors. Is it like Kazakhstan?
It is not the Kazakhstan.
Does this team play in the World Juniors?
I believe they're in this year's World Juniors.
They're in this year's World Juniors.
It should be.
Who am I forgetting? The World Juniors start on Tuesday, by the way. Less than a week. Exciting. I don't want to take up too much time. I want to get it though. Who's the player on Nashville?
It is Roman Josi.
Roman Josi? Where's Roman Josi?
Yes, this team is in this year's World Juniors.
Oh my God, who's a crappy team in the World Juniors?
You're gonna be kicking yourself when I tell you.
I know. I just hurt me.
It is Switzerland.
Switzerland. Oh my God, that's a massive mess. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's all. Before we sign off, quick World Junior prediction. Go.
It's not so quickly. I said Latvia before Switzerland. Oh my God. A lot of the high draft picks aren't being played because they're going to training camps. Canada's. Oh, I don't know the brackets. Are Canada and Sweden in the same bracket? What? Is Sweden in the same bracket as Canada?
Yeah.
Dang it. Is Russia?
Russia's not in the tournament, buddy. They got kicked.
Oh, right. Sorry, my bad. Is Finland?
I believe Finland's in the opposite.
Okay, well, I'm going Canada, Finland.
Canada, Finland. I am going to go with Canada, Finland as well.
Boring.
I was gonna say that before you even said it. With that, I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, to our Spotify, to everything. Make sure you follow us. Never miss a post about when we upload and our fun segments. Unfortunately, we don't have one on today's episode. But make sure you guys follow our Instagram. With that, we'll be back next week to talk some more sports, and we will see you then.
See ya.